after 4 days of doing this, you get tired. It did some work. So I don't know if you could see it falling as I whacked through it, but that was up here. I just kind of started cutting it down, knocking it down, and then hopefully I can use that brush mower. Whew. But it will take the wind out of you doing that. So I've made it about 15-20 yards so far today. Oh, sorry. Y'all don't mind being blindfolded, right? All right. We'll start up this brush mower and see if I can run over that stuff. Well, I heard something. I was saying, I was hoping that the little brush mower would make it through there, but I don't know if you can see on camera. Oh, sorry. Where they've planted these pines, they have little humps. The machine kind of furrows these humps around the trees when they plant them. You might be able to see it here. See this little valley here, and then when it goes up, and it's the same thing on this side. Goes down and goes. It's kind of got a flat spot here between them, and then it has another little valley and it goes up. And I was fighting getting back here. You can see where the blade was dragging going up, and I'd lay it down and climb up and then go down and bottom out, and I was sitting there doing that. And then I found once it started going downhill, it got steeper, and I've gotten it pretty stuck. So you can see, let me see, I'm not good at this. Way somewhere right there, where it's dug out. Where it's dug out, the blade's bottomed out. I've tried going forward, backwards. I can get it to move, but I'm having a hard time getting it out. I'm fighting it. I'm fighting it the whole way going through all these things. So I decided maybe it's just easiest just to use the brush hook or brush axe. Somebody's playing target practice back there. Sorry for the noise. So from this point, you can see the opening back there. From this point on, I've just been hacking my way through, and you can see some of the flags there. You can see it's going downhill now, and I don't know if you can tell, but these are just like dug out. It's like a booby trap for that mower. And me on cue. So, but I'm making my way slowly. Here's a skink. I don't know if y'all can see him moving through the pine needles there. Skinks are interesting creatures. I've always liked seeing them. They're, I guess, a type of lizard, but they resemble more of a snake with tiny legs. So, anyways, I'm making my way through just with the brush axe, trying to clear away, marking the trees as I go. I'm faced with another thick mess here, but this brush axe, it does pretty good. It does pretty good. I'm glad I saw YouTube, and they were talking about brush axes, and you know, for forestry services, and you know, for trailblazing and going through the woods, how great they were. And I'd never used one, but I decided I'd go find one. I found one at the Tractor Supply and bought it and brought it out here. I sharpen it with a file, and then I stick it in the dirt, which that isn't really good for them. But let me turn around that way that the sun's out of your eyes and in mine. But I sharpen it with a file and come out here, and it cuts through the vines and, I mean, limbs. It delimbs these pine trees. I mean, I'm cutting 1.5 to 2 inch pine limbs off these trees, and I mean, it works like an axe, sometimes better. It's so thin, it's got a thin profile, like a knife blade, and the hook, when you're cutting through vines, it kind of grabs them and continues to cut them. Kind of hangs on to them so they can get cut. Anyway, so I'm about halfway through this spot. I'm not sure if I'm going to go back uphill or what, but let me see if I can show you here. You can really kind of see the furrow that they do on the pine trees when they plant them. I've seen them do it. It's like a giant disc, and a lot of times they'll have like a little cab on it, and as it furrows, there's a guy that rides in there and throws little pine seedlings into the ground, and then it covers them up, and you just got a little sprig sticking up, and then they grow into these beautiful, oh, I need to stop covering up the camera with these beautiful pine trees. So I'll check in with y'all in a little bit. Oh, I feel victorious. I don't know how many hours I've been out here today, but it's been 4 full days of working. I did a lot of just manual brush axing or brush hooking, whatever you want to call it. I finally made it to the back of the property, and I found the survey marker. I was about, I don't know, 30 feet, 20-30 feet off on my side of the property line, but I was, you know, cautioning on that side just to make sure that I didn't get off in somebody else's property. But here, that's a sweet, sweet thing. I found it. And this looks like this is going to be the creek at the back of the property. As suspected, it's dry. But that is my property line right there. Oh, it's pretty back here. A little thicker than I thought it would be. I was over where I came through and thought that it was too thick to get in, and I'm just out of energy from swinging that brush axe. But I made it. Made it all the way back here. Oh, I could kiss it. That's awesome. I'm so excited. Can't believe my calculations with the compass, and it worked. That's awesome. I'm gonna go back to the travel trailer and get a well-deserved shower. I am wore out. 4 days and I made it. 1,565 feet all the way back here of just trailblazing with brush mower and brush axe, just manual, other than the mower, but most of it was with that brush axe. Once I'd get it clear, I'd mow over it and chop up what was laying on the ground, make a clear walking path. But I finally made it. Can't believe it. Update with the dozer to come. It'll be here in the morning. Talk to you later. Dozer is here. Making pretty short work of it. A lot quicker than I did. Excuse me. All right, Monday fun day. Here we are. Dozer is here. You can see a little bit of what he's done back behind me, but in front of me, he's working. In front of me, he's working his way through the rows of pine. He's cleared out pretty clear this area right in front of me. I'll show you here in a minute, but for the pine farm, I didn't want him to completely clear too much. So I'm having him go through in and out of the rows of pine. He's made his way through between the front of the property and the first row of pines, and now he's, I believe, making his way back through it. He's actually about to be coming through it here in a minute. Let me turn it around and I'll let you see what he's done and what he's doing. So you can see this area here, he's cleared all of that. Pushed it up, made a big brush pile over here, and now he's coming through the trees over here, making his way through. See if we can catch him doing that. Oh yeah, there he comes. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. So this is my buddy Colby. Had to get a tick off of me. Second tick I've gotten on me today, sitting around. Seems like when I work, they don't get on me. Buddy Colby has this company. He does. He's out of Santa Fe, Texas. He does a lot of dirt work in that area. Since I know him and everything, he's coming up here in the East Texas and doing some work for me. And so now you can see where he's cut through the pines and left that row there. He's doing good work. Eventually he'll end up root plowing, getting all the roots up and everything for me. He's got the root rake on the back of the dozer. So I told him to stop at the tall pines back there, because those are about ready to be harvested, or at least first cut harvest. And so now he's going to go back. He's going to go down the row, clean it up, and come back up and push through all the brush. All right, we'll check in a little later. These are the rows I'm having them leave. I'm going to clear out this area here. He's going to clear out some more over here. But basically, I had him go in between these rows of pines and start clearing. We'll put a driveway in over here. It's the plan. Have them cut a driveway in. is going to be a working pine farm. I'll let him do his thing right here. But this is going to be a working pine farm. So I want to keep some pine, but I want to clear it out enough to where we can eventually come and build a place, hunt the property, and enjoy it. Pretty big tree frog here. See if they'll let me get close now. He's a little dusty. I think he just came out of there. So. Now that he's away a little bit, start recording again. He might come right back. But, it's good pine row. And that's what he's dealing with there. But that dozer makes short work of it. I worked for 4 days trying to just clear a walking path, and he's done probably a quarter to a half of an acre in just a matter of a couple of hours. So definitely the right equipment for the job. When we were talking about him coming out here, he said, hey, shoot me some pictures. Turn it all around. He said, hey, shoot me some pictures of what I'm up against. What equipment do you think I'll need? I said, you're probably going to need your dozer. I said, all right, well, shoot me some pictures. And shot him some pictures of the property here and there. And said, you know, there's some thin, some thick, but you know, it's going to be probably going to be clearing about 3 acres. Sent him the pictures. He replied back, yep, definitely going to be the dozer is the weapon of choice. So, all right, I'll check in with you in a little bit. Bye. All right, day 6, I think. Day 6 at the new property. Bulldozing went good yesterday. Got a lot accomplished yesterday. Walked Colby and around the property. Told him pretty much what I wanted. We're kind of doing exploratory work. We'll get to a spot that we're clearing and decide maybe we shouldn't clear this all the way. Maybe we should just make rows, you know, keep some pine trees, or maybe the opposite. Maybe we're doing rows and say, you know what, this would be a good spot to clear. It's thin, we're not losing much. We'll go ahead and clear it and utilize that piece. But today I'm out here early. I'm going to do a little bit of trailblazing again. I want to mark the area, pretty much the stop area. our start area for the food plot in the back. So I'm going from one property line to the other property line, north to south along the creek bed. I'm going to clear it out, and that's where I'll put that food plot in. But I marked the north side, and I was going to make a road and have them clear, and as it cleared, go back there and find the other survey marker and then mark that with a little clearer. But rather than take all the trees out on that north side, he can access it from the pipeline here behind me by this oak tree and go in there and go to where I've got it marked and not take out as many trees. So, but what I need to do is I need to mark it. I need to mark a start point here if we're going to do that way. So I've got the brush hook, but I'm gonna sharpen it. Figured I'd show y'all, you know, kind of how I sharpen it with a file. I've always started, so really I'm just looking up at this point. This file I'm using has a flat side and a round side, and I'm using this round side to get in this curved area of the hook. That prevents it from digging in with this sharp corner as I go around that curve. And that's on the inside of the hook. Then here on the tip where it kind of straightens out, I'll use the flat side to get that, and then touch up that curved edge with the round side again, and switch over, and switch over. Outside, I'm using this flat side. Usually I sit up here on the tailgate and make it a little more stable, but for sakes of showing y'all and also ease, my legs are hurting after running around here putting miles and miles of footsteps on this ground here. Been drinking, had some Pedialyte this morning. Tried to replenish some electrolytes. Is it Pedialyte if it's adult electrolyte? I don't know. I'm gonna touch up this other side real quick and knock the birds off pretty much. Some light scratches, probably flip over. Again, knock the birds off this side. Yeah, it's got getting sharp. And I'm not too worried about because I'm not using that. The hook and the inside blade, let me flip it over so you can see. Inside this hook where it catches the vines and stuff, I try to get pretty good and sharp on this side. and then the back side here, the flat area, I try to get it pretty good and sharp because that's where I'm using it the most. But here I go trailblazing again. Luckily it's not that far. Let me see if I can show you. Let's see. You can probably see that tall pine. I hadn't gotten used to pointing in a camera backwards. But that tall pine is probably about where I'm going, so it's not very far. I'll get back with you later. Hey y'all, thanks for joining us on this video. Hope you liked it. If you're watching on Facebook, please feel free to find us on YouTube, Dusty Pines. And if you're on YouTube, find us on Facebook. Whatever platform you're using, we appreciate you watching us. And we ask that you subscribe and like the video and hit that notification bell. That way you can see more of our content. And y'all have a good one, and God bless.